Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today, obviously, if you guys saw the thumbnail, we are checking out the Game Awards for 2020 being held on December 8th. Now, I have not had a chance to look at these. I've seen the Game of the Year nominations. It was all over Twitter. It's all over social media. So I already kind of know what's going on. We're going to go ahead and vote. You can see I'm signed in here. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into the nominees. Let's go ahead and hit vote now. Start voting. I'm very curious. Okay, so it's going to start us immediately with Game of the Year. A Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray. That's the one, I saw this on Twitter and I was like, everyone was joking about Stray being nominated. I didn't think that it would actually happen. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I haven't ever played any of the Xenoblade games. I've played literally all but Xenoblade. And I've never played any of those games before, so I mean, if it's getting Game of the Year, it's got to be something. But I don't know. I mean, Stray was a good game, but I didn't think Stray was Game of the Year material. Like, for instance, if you're going to compare Stray to, Elden Ring or even, actually, any of these, God of War, it just doesn't, it's just not on the same level, I don't think. It's very strange. Now, I do think it's going to come down to Elden Ring or God of War. And I feel really bad because Plague's Tale was actually a super good game and I really enjoyed it. Same with Horizon Forbidden West. Both of those were just really good games, but I just feel like that they just get overshadowed by these two here, Elden Ring and God of War. Now, I haven't beaten God of War just yet. I'm pretty far into it. I think I'm on the final stretch. So as of yet, I think my vote is Elden Ring. I'm not going to vote just yet, just because I want to beat the game first. But God of War is definitely a heavy hitter. But so far, what I've seen, and I've seen probably 95% of God of War, unless the ending really shakes things up, I'm going to have to give it to Elden Ring. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll skip that one for now. How do I go to the next one? Next category. Best Game Direction. Now, I have not played Immortality. Game Direction. Okay, so when I think, so awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Now, I haven't played Immortality, so I don't know. Stray, I probably wouldn't say so. The thing with God of War and Horizon Forbidden West is that they were more or less, not the same game, obviously, but, they didn't take the game in any different direction. The only reason I'm going to say From Software is because Elden Ring did some things that were drastically different than what they've normally done. Yes, they've had summons before, but they made the game more accessible to a wider audience that would never even pick up a From Software game. And so I would say just the game direction, going open world, was a huge thing that they have never done before, and I honestly had some serious doubts about it being open world. Surprisingly, it was freaking amazing. I would say my vote goes for Elden Ring. Best Narrative. Now, we got Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and then Immortality again. I'm going to have to check this one out. I have not played Immortality. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, why is From Software on there? So all these games have a story, and I think when they say narrative, they're saying storytelling. I feel like it's like a narrative, like it's telling you the story. And From Software has a story, it just doesn't really tell it to you. It's not a narrative. It's got a story, but not a narrative, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. So I don't necessarily think I would give it to Elden Ring here. I think out of these ones, I would have to say God of War has had an excellent storytelling in that one. let's go to the next one. Best art direction. Elden Ring, God of War, Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. That's also a really interesting one. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. You know, Elden Ring had some freaking banger set pieces, from the Erd Tree to the boss fight to just... You always see like these images of the open world, those parts where you're underground. Same with God of War, going through it, and it just has some amazing artistic design. Same with Forbidden West. Now Scorn, I actually liked Scorn's art design for sure, but it was all kind of the same thing. I thought it looked good, but I don't know if I would necessarily... I didn't like the gameplay, but I think I said this in my review, it's more of an experience, and this definitely had some great art in it. And Stray, I would have to say out of the most memorable, I'd probably say Elden Ring here. Best score and music. We have A Plague's Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Again, haven't played Xenoblade, and I have played a little bit of Hellsinger, but I have not actually beaten the game, so I'm just not coordinated or musically inclined enough to hit it on the beats. I always my brain always goes in like autopilot, and I'm not actually listening to the music anymore sometimes, and I just am trying to get all the enemies. I don't know, dude. I think that it's between these two again. I can't really remember any like set music moments in Plague's Tale. And the Metal Hellsinger is just literally all metal. I'm going to have to give it to Elden Ring here. I think I liked its music more than I did God of War. God of War has one like track, like, you know, where the big bass voice singers come in, and that's the only one I can really remember. Best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. So we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo, and Horizon Forbidden West. Best audio design? Yeah, it's going to sound kind of weird, but the only one that I can actually remember having good audio, where it like made me think like, oh yeah, that's got good audio, was actually Modern Warfare 2. When I can hear like footsteps, or I can hear explosions like in my headset from where people were, and even just the changing of the clips and the guns, like it just all sounded really good. And I just remember sitting back while I was playing, it's like, oh, that actually sounded really good. Couldn't really say that for these other two. I have not played Gran Turismo 7, not a big car guy, so we're going to give it to Call of Duty here. Best performance. All right, these are our actors. Horizon Forbidden West, we have Ashley Birch. I'm guessing she plays the main voice. A Plague's Tale Requiem, we have Charlotte McBurney. Obviously, we got Christopher Judge as Kratos. Manon Gage from Immortality. Like I again have not played that. And Sunny Soljic for Atreus. You know what? I think it's going to come down to Christopher Judge or Sunny Soljic. I think both of these guys did a fantastic job. Actually, all 5 of these. I mean, I can't really say for Immortality, but the 4 games I did play, they were all fantastic voice acting, and I think they all did excellent performances. I think they all deserve it, but I honestly think I'm going to have to go with Sunny Soljic here. I think he really came into his character as Atreus, and especially compared to the first game. Like, he just did a phenomenal job. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. I'm going to be 100% with you guys. I have not played any of these games, let alone heard of any of these games. So I'm going to go ahead and skip. Wow, there's 31 categories. Best ongoing game. So I don't really play Apex Legends. I started getting back into Destiny 2 mainly because Halo has been really pissing me off. I have not played Final Fantasy 14 or Fortnite. Actually, I have played Fortnite, but I haven't played Fortnite in a fortnight. And Genshin Impact is fun. The only one that, for me, I'm going to probably say Destiny, just because I've played it the most, and I've always had a good time with mainly playing with my brothers. So, not to say that any of these are bad. I've purposely stayed away from Final Fantasy XIV because I know I'll get addicted to it, and I just don't have that kind of time to sink into a game like that. So, let's go to our next category. Best Indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Cult of the Lamb. I actually have this game. I have not had an opportunity to play it just yet. I have not played Neon White. I have not played Sifu. Sifu is on the list for me to get, and I have played Tunic and Stray. That's a tough one. I'm going to have to say Stray. I actually really liked Stray. I thought it was a really great game, and it was fun to run around as a cat. Best mobile game. Yeah, I don't play mobile games. Apex Mobile, Diablo Immortal. I didn't play it, but I've heard nothing but beyond terrible things about it. Genshin Impact, I have played a little bit on my phone, but that's because I didn't know that it was on the console at first. I have actually played Marvel Snap. I lied. I think the only mobile games I play is actually, I started playing this a little bit ago, and Pokemon Go. It's the only two games. You know, we're going to go with Snap, because it was pretty fun. Best community support. I think this is kind of the same as like best ongoing game, right? Like it's all the same. Oh, I guess there's No Man's Sky in there instead of whatever was there before. You know what? I think all 5 of these are continuously updating their stuff. Like I said, I don't really play a whole lot of any of these, so I'm actually going to refrain from voting in any of that just because I don't play that many of those games. Innovation in accessibility. The only ones I played here is God of War, and I've played Last of Us, but not this new one. And I played Last of Us Part 2, but they both did have quite a bit of... All of Sony's first-party games have a ton of accessibility options. I'm going to go ahead and just say God of War. Best VR game. I don't play VR games. Best action game. Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've actually only played Call of Duty on here. I do have Bayonetta. It's the same as some of the... I got literally like a stack of like 10 games that it was Broketober that all came out around the same time, and I just have not had a chance to play just yet. Just because I've only played it, you know, I feel Call of Duty is not really an action. I mean, it's got action in it, but I would say it's more of a shooter. We'll just say Call of Duty. Sounds good to me. Best action and adventure game. Now, when I think of like an adventure, I feel like you're going to like exploration, like you're exploring a lot and you're going out into these areas and basically being an adventurer looking for stuff. I don't really see Plague's Tale as that. God of War has a great story. I would say that God of War is a great action game, but I wouldn't say an action adventure. Horizon Forbidden West, absolutely. I mean, actually, God of War you do, because you do to go to quite a ton of different places. Stray, I guess. Tunic, best action and adventure game. You know what? I'm actually going to say Forbidden West here. Just because my brain, like, I didn't really go exploring too much in God of War, or haven't. And I feel like Forbidden West, it was just like, there's just lots to explore. It's an open world game. And the God of War is, I guess, semi-open world. It's got open zones, but they're all fairly linear paths. Whereas this one, you could just open it up and you just explore. Let's go to the next category here. Best role-playing game. Pokemon Pokemon Legends Arceus. I actually really like this game. I wish that it got more attention. The graphics were terrible, but I love the concept. I hope that they do more on that. This isn't even really a competition. It's Elden Ring, hands down. None of these even stand a chance. Best fighting game. I don't really play fighting games. We got DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverse. Oh, I've played Multiverses, actually. Multiverses was fun. And that's the only game I've played from fighting game. Sifu. I thought... Is Sifu a fighting game? I haven't played it. I thought it was like a action game. Because all these you're like playing like... not multiplayer. I mean, I guess multiplayer, but... Like you're playing other players. Almost like a Smash Bros type style. I thought Sifu was something else. Let's hop on to the next category. The best family game. I've not played Kirby. Got Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which was freaking awesome. I loved this game. Mario Rabbids. I've not played that. Nintendo Switch Sports. Splatoon 3. Now I have Splatoon 3. Oh wait, no, I don't have Splatoon 3. I thought about getting it. I've heard good things though, so maybe I will check it out. But I'm going to have to give it to Star Wars just because I'm a huge Star Wars fan and I absolutely loved the Lego game. Best Sim Strategy Game. Dune Spice Wars, Mario, Total Warhammer, 2 Point Campus, Victoria 3. I have not played any of these, so we're going to go ahead and skip it. Best Sports and Racing Game. 99% of the time, I don't play any sports games unless it's like a Tony Hawk or a skating game, which ironically this looks like a skating game. Those are the only sports games I play, but I don't play any of that stuff. Best Multiplayer. Call of Duty, Multiverses, Overwatch, Splatoon, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a multiplayer? I thought it was a single-player game. I have not actually checked this out. This does look like it's fun, though. I've had a blast with the Call of Duty. Let's be real. I mean, a lot of people like to hate on Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty, and I feel like the last couple of them have not been very good. But I said this in my review of Call of Duty. I'll put the link for that video here. But I have not been a huge Call of Duty fan for years. I think the last one I said that I purchased was Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation 3. And I just have not been interested in Call of Duty. And this one happened to rope me back in, and I've had a blast with the multiplayer. So that's an easy one for me. Content Creator of the Year. Carl Jacobs, Ludwig. I've seen some of his stuff. Nebelion. I don't know who these two are. TC Cinderella and Nuburu. I have no idea who these guys are. But I thought this guy doesn't even make content, doesn't he? I thought he just does Twitter stuff. Interesting. Well, we're going to skip that one just because I literally don't care. Best Indie Debut. That is going to be a Stray for me. I thought that one was a great game. Next category here, Best Adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. This is a new category. So we have Arcane, League of Legends. I have not watched this. It's on Netflix, and I have not had a chance to watch this yet, and I heard that it was great. Cyberpunk Edge Runners was freaking amazing. The Cuphead Show, I have not watched that one. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was also really great. And Uncharted was decent. I wouldn't say that it was great, but it wasn't bad. Honestly, Cyberpunk was the only one that I finished and I immediately watched right again, and I freaking love it. I actually still think about this all the time. I loved this show. It was so good. It actually made me want to go back and boot up freaking Cyberpunk again. I love that show so much. All right. This one is most anticipated game. We have Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I would have thought that they would have put Spider-Man on here, Spider-Man 2, but I guess not. Well, I guess Spider-Man 2 doesn't have like an official release date. I think all these have like actual dates, right? I could be wrong on that, but I think all of these have like, and Spider-Man just says 2023 or something like that. I could be wrong. Honestly, I'm excited for all these. I'm not super excited for. I should say I'm gonna play it and I'm looking forward to Starfield, but I wouldn't say that I'm anticipating it or I'm excited like for this game. All the gameplay trailers that I've seen that are out there are just kind of like, it looks all right. Shoot, I think for me, Legend of Zelda was really fun. The Breath of the Wild, but I've recently started becoming a huge Resident Evil fan and a Final Fantasy fan. I didn't ever play the original of these, so when these two, like all these remakes are coming out, it has me so pumped for them. Shoot. Honestly, I think I'm gonna say Resident Evil 4. I'm super pumped for that, just because I loved Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 3 was decent. I know a lot of people hated it, but I thought it was alright. And then Resident Evil Village and 7 are the two that I played recently, and they're awesome. And I heard from a lot of people that Resident Evil 4 is one of the best Resident Evils, and I can't wait for that to come out. Same with Final Fantasy 16. I'm super excited for that. Best esports game. I could care less about esports games, to be 100. Best esports athlete. I don't care about any of these guys. Best esports team. I don't care. And they have best esports coach. How do you coach people to play video games? That's a real thing. I mean, I know that they had this last year, but it's just go team. Best esports event. I don't care about any of that. Oh, and that was the last one. Oh, did it make me just start over? No, we'll just stop right here. Anyways, guys, those are going to be kind of my thoughts. I haven't picked up Game of the Year just yet because I do want to finish God of War. And I actually do want to pick up Xenoblade. Let me know down in the comments below if I... Like, is it okay if I just jump in with 3? I haven't played either of the two. And I honestly don't know anything about this game. So, but honestly, I think the two heavy hitters here, Elden Ring or God of War, I feel bad because Plague's Tale was good and Horizon was really good, and I feel like Stray was just kind of like, we have one more slot to fill, let's just give it to Stray. Shoot. That's going to be it, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think should win Game of the Year, and we'll see you guys next time.